Breaking news in Major League Baseball, Rafael Devers and the Red Sox agreeing to effectively another 12 years. Technically, it's an 11-year deal worth $331 million that won't take effect until the 24 season, but he's going to be under contract with the team for 12 years. This has been confirmed by our Jim Bowden. The deal is the sixth largest by average annual value in Major League history. Devers hit .295 last season, 27 homers, 88 driven in, made his second All-Star game in a row, and now a Red Sox, at least under contract for a long time. Let's bring in David Sampson for his take. David hosts Nothing Personal with David Sampson. David, I've talked to you many a time after a team has signed a player, and very few times do you say, "Oh, I love that deal." I'm guessing you don't love this deal. It's just a hunch. What's your take?
Well, I can't believe I'm so predictable, but when you're signing a player to a long-term deal, you have to look at his body, you have to look at his projection, you have to look at the state of your team, and you're supposed to have a plan. And I'm just trying to figure out what the Red Sox plan is, because they've gotten a lot of negative attention. They're not getting the free agents. They're trading away Mookie Betts. They didn't get enough return. But you've got to look down the line at what's coming and then choose who you want to be the cornerstone of your franchise. And what's interesting is they chose Devers. He is a great player. When you give the sixth most money ever to somebody, you are assuming that he's going to be someone who you want around your team. Notably, Boras was not able to get, according to reports, a no-trade clause, so the Red Sox will have flexibility down the road should they require it, and my guess is they're going to require it.
So effectively, David, did they choose Devers over Mookie Betts?
I don't know how else to look at it. I think that when you look at, you could say Chaim Bloom, whatever decisions he's making, but this really, deals like this come from ownership. This is not a general manager who goes into the owner and says, I think that we should be doing this. You sit down with your owner and you talk about the state of your franchise. You look not just for this season, but you're always planning 3-5 years down the line. You know who your free agents are going to be. You have to make choices. And when do you make the choice? As soon as you can, you figure out which player you're going to give the money to. You can't give it to everybody. And by choosing Devers, what they're saying is, okay, we're seeing all the negativity. Just be calm and know that our payroll is going to be high and we're going to have a good enough team to compete in that American League East. Because the math, Chris, is you never want to pay a player more than 20 to 25% of your total payroll. And the Red Sox are always up in the 180s, right? The 200s, the 210s. Let's say they go to 230. You're paying them a pretty big percentage of that payroll.
What do the Red Sox need to do now, in your opinion, to go from last place, which is where they finished last season, to a contender once more?
So what's interesting about the Red Sox is they do tend to win World Series and then go to last place and then up again and then down again. And that's a different sort of theory than the Yankees use, which is, hey, let's make the playoffs every year, win 90 or 100 games and not win the World Series. I think you'd rather do it the Red Sox way, but they need to strengthen their pitching staff. You love Devers. You love him in your lineup. You love him in the clubhouse. He's nothing but positive anywhere other than my worry about his body projection. But in terms of what they really need, they need more pitching. Look at who they've lost out of that rotation. And also, there's a question still about Sale and so many other spots in their bullpen and in their rotation. They're hoping on miracles with Whitlock, et cetera. So I have a lot of questions about the Red Sox.
All right, David Sampson with us here. Breaking news, Rafael Devers and the Red Sox agreeing to terms on an 11-year extension. That was on top of the 1 year they already took care of in arbitration. So he becomes one of the highest paid players in baseball history. You can hear much more with David on Nothing Personal with David Sampson. You can go there right now and check out the very latest episodes by using that QR code on your screen. It's like a menu at a restaurant. Just scan that sucker and it'll take you right there.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.